My name is Jennifer Johnson, and I'm the Executive Director of the Community Health and Social Services Network, the CHSSN. Our primary mission is to improve access to English language health and social services across the province of Quebec. I think that caregivers are often invisible. They're usually not really seen by the employer as in that role. The employer tends to look at people as what they do for the organization and not necessarily looking at the challenges that they're facing at home. It's not something that we are able to ask questions about when we interview an employee, a potential employee. So it's often something that we discover later once they've started working for us. So the first thing that leadership has to do in an organization is make sure that there are policies in place that can support somebody that's being a caregiver for people with mental health. So that means having paid time off for caregiving duties. It is having an opportunity to, or having an open door policy so that when the person is having trouble, they can come to their superiors and request support in what they're doing. A caregiver for someone living with a mental illness is often challenged by being the one responsible for identifying when support needs to be given. They have to understand what resources are available. They sometimes have to translate for the person that's suffering from the mental illness, not just linguistically, sometimes it's even culturally or reticence on the side of the person with the mental health problem. Of course, they're going to be probably taking more time off than someone who is not a caregiver. That's the obvious thing. I think more subtly, it's the stress associated with being a caregiver for someone with mental health, the unpredictability of the nature of being that type of caregiver. It actually creates some strong points for the individual as well. They're more, I think, empathetic. They are able to problem solve. They build skills being a caregiver that sometimes are very desirable for an employer as well. Every organization should have a moment where you bring all of your staff together. It's a great opportunity to talk about mental health in general, and also about caregiving responsibilities, and talk about it in an environment that's non-threatening and not singling out people so that they can receive the information without stress. I think we have to take advantage of those opportunities to make sure that we use them to deliver this message. The employees have to feel that what they come to you with, particularly in the area of supporting someone with mental health, will stay with the boss, that they're not going to be bringing that information to other employees in the organization. It's really important that their privacy is respected. So you have to create that environment of trust, and that is something that is earned. It is something that you can't just talk about. You have to be in your leadership. You have to be able to make sure that the individuals feel like they can come to you if there's a challenge. And what I've learned is that you don't have to ask many questions, you really just need to listen. I think that caregivers need to hear that they're super important, that the work that they're doing is important to the health system, it's important to society, it's important to their own families, and we just need to celebrate that.